All right, let's connect and stream it up. Welcome, everybody. Just wait for everybody to connect and YouTube to start up for the live stream today for December 2nd, 2018, the first Sunday since Season 9 started that we will not have a Walking Dead episode tonight. So if you're catching it on the replay, spoiler warning, just giving that out before we get started. People are going to be asking some great questions and on there too. So just got my holiday hat on here. Just going to be doing this for the month of December. We'll have a live stream every Sunday for the month of December. Into January, should have them there too. And then when The Walking Dead comes back on February 10th, I'm excited. We are 10 weeks away from The Walking Dead, the second half, I should say, episode 909. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about a little bit of things going around the world of The Walking Dead, some big news. Hopefully you guys are definitely checking out the channel and the videos that we posted recently. We got some cool news if you can get to Georgia. If you can't, it's going to be tough because people can't record or take pictures inside the tours that I'm going to talk about, but I wish I could. I plan on taking a tour next year, hopefully. I got a lot of big things going there. Then I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it this year into early next year because I got the Walker Stalker Cruise and a bunch of different things. So the first half of The Walking Dead Season 9 is done. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you excited about it? I am. I'm very excited for the second half of Season 9. So we'll talk a little bit about that and everybody joining me for this Sunday, December 2nd, 2018. I thank you. You are welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for joining me this Sunday and every Sunday too. So Tudor back in the building. Where's Tudor been at? I don't know. I don't know where some people have been. I guess some people didn't want some of the spoilers for Season 9, and some people are not wanting spoilers because The Walking Dead, in my opinion, is very good again. A lot of people are excited about it. A lot of people are loving it, and I'm one of those that are loving it. Some people are going to hate on it, and they're going to hate on what The Walking Dead's doing, and this and that, and Rick, and so we'll see what happens for there. Louis booked the tickets February 9th, right before the episode. Father Gabriel never looked at stuff. Yes, exactly, Louis. You got some good stuff on there too. We'll talk about Father Gabriel. We'll talk about Jesus. We'll talk about the Whispers. We'll talk about a bunch of things Walking Dead related. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I appreciate you for taking the time. So with that being said, post your chat, questions, top chat, super chat, all that stuff, Patreons, all that good stuff. Everything for this Sunday, December 2nd. I got my Santa hat on. I will have that on about every Sunday for the next December, for the next week, for the next month, all the month of December. And I watched a couple things the past couple days, holiday related, and AMC is killing it. AMC's got a lot of good stuff. I think they have Christmas Vacation. They got Jingle All the Way. They got a bunch of different, videos, holiday videos on there too. So I celebrate Christmas, and so I just want to say early Merry Christmas to y'all. Everybody that celebrates it, happy holidays for everybody as well. So hopefully you'll get some Walking Dead related merchandise or gifts or presents or DVDs or action figures or anything like that, or maybe a Walking Dead mystery box. That'd be kind of cool. So I think that The Walking Dead is back. Season 9 has been great. I'm excited for the idea of The Walking Dead continuing to ask questions about it, and a lot of people are having a lot of fun with it too. So, Jackie, it's a good question. Why do people continue to feel like RJ is not real? Well, we've only seen him once, and the only person that has asked about him is Carol. No one else cares, like no one else cares about Heath, evidently either. But a lot of people, there's still, not 100% confirmation about RJ. So some people are going to have questions about it on there too. And there's nothing wrong with that. People should not feel like, oh my God, how stupid are you for asking this question? When I bring up theories, discussions, things to talk about, it's just fun things to talk about. And there's been people that are like, when RJ's real, you better say you're this and you better say you're that. I said RJ could be real. He could be a figment of Michonne's imagination. I was 50-50. It could happen. It could happen both ways. But we've only seen him the one time, and Magnus saw him potentially in this, and Judith didn't say anything there too. So it was just one of those things that it could possibly come up. And people are like, oh man, that's stupid. How stupid are you? This is dumb. Carol said it. Carol's real. Carol said about these things. Okay, great. It's just a part of discussion. Everyone relax. Everyone take a deep breath. And then other channels want to chime in and try to clown me and stuff on like that too. So you know how I feel about that. But I'm excited for the second half of season 9. So hopefully you guys have seen episode 908. I thought it was very good. It was creepy. It was fantastic. The death of Jesus on the show, did it need to happen? Did it need to be there? I think it's just one of those things there that I can kind of see where they're going with it on there too. So Tudor, I understand you would say that it's just better that I ignore the haters. Well, I've been ignoring the haters for almost 4 years now on YouTube. And when people are going to come at me, I'm going to defend myself, just like anybody would in real life. You can't bully. You can't say all this stuff on the internet and get away with it. So you just need to cut it out too. So that's just the way it goes. And I will always stand up for myself, my PT peeps, and my Walking Dead family. And hopefully you understand that as a human being. I don't care if it's the internet or in person. I would just be that way too. So I think that The Walking Dead is going to be good. Hopefully great. Now, the back half of season 9's got me worried for a couple of reasons, because it's just one of those things that it's like, I feel like the Whisperers are going to come in and just clean house. They're going to kill people. And when you get a villain on the show, we didn't have a villain in the first half, really. The Saviors were kind of, Justin, Jed, and the Saviors were kind of there, you know? So it's just one of those things, too. So, but, yeah. So, Emma, if you don't get it, then I don't know why you're talking about it for. So, I don't know why you're bringing it up and asking questions. So, that's good. But ultimately, the Whisperers are coming more and more and more in each episode. 909 should be very interesting. I'm excited for the idea that the Whisperers are here and they can be awesome. I hope they're going to be just remixed for it on there too. So, hold on. Let me just do a thing here for a second. But I hope that they don't just come in and clean house. I just hope that's not one of those things that they might be, because The Walking Dead is kind of getting rid of a lot of characters. A lot of characters are coming in, they're going on there too, and it's just, I just don't know if people are going to be around for the long haul with it. So, M. King, my guy for the books, Q&A, what chapter are you writing? Well, technically, I have the first rough draft of the book is done. So right now I have 18 chapters. That's the most chapters I've had in a book. Settlement is still on track for a February release. I'm hoping to have it done right before the cruise, which is the third week in February, and I'm having to do on that too. So trying to get everything there. Definitely, Robin, I will have my Pike predictions for sure. I'm trying to get it together. There's been more stuff. Just because some stuff has recently come out about the Pikes potentially with Henry, and I don't know if it's true and on there too. So I got the information on there. Yeah. I have the information about it. I posted in the video for it as well too. You guys are asking a bunch of questions here too. Hector's still working on the Fight for Us pilot. I definitely am. I was just in the mood to write Settlement, and then I'm going to get back to the pilot, and I'm going to be flip-flopping between the pilot and Settlement for that, going there and forth. But I would definitely want to work on the pilot as well. I'm hoping to have that done by May or June next year for the pilot there, and then we got to hopefully start sending it out on there too. So, Tudor, great question. Q&A, Pikes and Snow in the finale. Well, if you know the channel, I think so. I think the finale is going to be episode 916, obviously, and there's been snow on the ground in Alexandria and in a field. And in one of our latest videos, I believe snow is going to be playing a factor in there too, which is awesome because it's not a big deal, but it is kind of a big deal at the same time. We want to see the environment. We want to see the snow. We want to see just how the weather plays a factor of it too, you know? I want to know what's going to happen with that, how it's going to be a factor. Will we see snow in the episode before in there too? But I think the Pikes are going to happen. For those who don't know what the Pikes are, I don't really want to give that away because that's a big deal in the comic and also the show potentially. We don't know if it's going to be 8 to 12, somewhere between that. At probably between 8 and 12. You know, if the cones are any marker of the Pikes, it'll be 8. I think it'll be around 8 or 10, but maybe they were just setting it up and they were seeing what it looks like and do there too. But I just think it's going to be an awesome thing and a terrible thing at the same time. I think it needs to happen on the show for sure. Janet, great question. I was going to bring it up, but you read my mind. What do you think about the guy in the cowboy hat? Whisper? Well, for those who have seen the trailer breakdown I have in the second half trailer of season 9, you see Jerry give the glaring stare at this guy who's walking by him holding the reins of a horse with a cowboy hat on. And we've never seen this guy before. So over the 6 years, maybe he's just a new guy. Maybe he's a whisperer. Maybe he's a savior. Maybe he's just somebody that Jerry and this guy don't get along. I don't know. Maybe they just don't get along. Can't everyone get along in the zombie apocalypse? No. But I don't believe RBRN Fracture. I don't think that's Luke because it looks totally different than Luke. And I don't think Luke is going to be glaring at Jerry like that. Why would Luke do that? Luke seems like a good guy. I want Luke to be around for a long time. That means he'll probably die. That's for sure. So it's just one of those things about that. So I think that Luke is one of my favorite new Magna group characters. I like Magna, I like Yumiko, I like Connie, I like Kelly. I like the new guys. I like the new group. I like the new people on there for sure. It kind of gets me a feel of our group, our young group, our Rick Grimes group coming to town on there. You know, just one of those things that they're wholesome. They're good. They're good people. We can trust them. And it's kind of good that we saw them. Not everyone's terrible on there as well. So I think that the guy with the cowboy hat, my early inclination is that he's a whisperer. And remember, guys, whisperers are regular people. Whisperers are people that look like the rest of the cast. They have some differences for sure. Magna is a bald woman. Beta is a huge white man who played basketball, evidently. He's supposed to be like 7 foot, even though Ryan Hurst is 6'4". And I don't know if that's going to happen, and you won't really see Beta blending in at the fair. But I think that it makes sense that we'll see Beta in the form and capacity that we have as being, you know, controlling and maintaining order in the Whisperer camp. Beta, Alpha, Gamma. Gamma's in the house. So I think Beta is going to fight Daryl instead of fighting Jesus. I would like to see this personally, but no, Alpha is a bald woman, not Magna. If I said that wrong, then I just said that. So but yeah, this is what people, RBN, you know, the people that pick out things that I misspoke on here too, and they laugh about it, so that's always great. But yes, Alpha is a bald woman. Magna's group is the new group that we're seeing. Beta is the character that is probably going to be involved with Daryl and Negan, hopefully. And I would like to see that before people are just talking smack on here too. You know, it's different moderating something, but you know, everyone wants to talk crap and not run a channel of their own, so it's cool. But ultimately, the fact is that Negan hopefully saves. I hope that Negan saves Daryl from Beta. I think that would be an awesome thing. If Negan's going to be around, Negan needs to be one of those things that is redeemed. He needs to be a character. He needs to be on Team Daryl Michonne's side. He needs to be kept around for a reason. I think that it's going to be a big thing that Negan gets a big storyline. And I know Jeffrey Dean Morgan wants to be best buddies between Negan and Daryl, but I don't want to see that. I want to see the tension between Daryl and Negan. And I would ultimately love to see Daryl get revenge for Negan, but I think they're ultimately going to have Negan and Daryl be the Rick and Negan thing from the comics, so it just makes sense. For sure. Boyd, I think I just answered that. Do you think Negan will show up and help Daryl fight with Beta? Yep, I just answered that myself, and I think that happens. I want to see that happen for sure, because that would be a good way for it to happen, you know? That would be interesting if Beta and Daryl are fighting in the sanctuary, and that's where Negan is at the end of the trailer, too. So I want to know what the idea you think is going to happen with Negan. We're going to see, if you haven't already, that Negan is still in Alexandria in episode 909, and he's going to be go into the Michonne's house, probably looking for Michonne to probably get Lucille, and I guess get out of there. But Michonne's not there, I assume, and Judith is going to be there. But I want to know, what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen? How do you think Negan just leaves? Because it's different. We're going to have different things for the comic than the show so far. And we've had major differences this season. The first half, we've had a big time jump. We had Rick go away, Maggie go away, you know, Jesus died, the Whisperers were introduced, Marco and Ken were definitely different. Well, Ken died that way. And then there's just so many things that it's just major differences. And I like that they're differences for sure, because they shouldn't have the same easy connection for that. And I think that they can do a little things to keep us guessing, because if you read the comics, you'll know the story of it. It just, you know, it's not anything they'd be like, why do I watch the show? It's just differences for sure too. tutor Daryl and Lydia to have a father-daughter dynamic since they tease it. I think so. I think that Daryl's path was highlighted or foreshadowed by Aaron's conversation about the diaper and you'll be a great father. And Daryl's like, no, man, no, that ain't me, you know. So Aaron talked about it. And I think that Daryl's connection will be with Henry and or Lydia. Makes sense. But the big news has been about, you know, Henry lately. And it's one of those things that people are posting it all over the place. If you follow one of the big things on Instagram, they posted it in a way that it says it's that the big thing's going to happen with Henry. Again, it's not confirmed. It could happen. It could not happen. But if Henry dies, that's a waste of a character and the future of everything there too. So I don't know what their long-term plan is, but you would think that Henry was to replace Carl and to get the story with Lydia, but then after that, his time's up. He's done. After he does that conversation and the whole Lydia arc, he can leave? Well, that's kind of crappy, you know? That doesn't make sense. I'm not sure why the writers would do that, but the writers do some weird stuff. Overall, I think they've done a great job with season 9. I think Angela Kang has done a great job. But I am kind of worried for the back half of season 9 because I'm just worried that the Whispers are going to do too much. They're going to be here for shock value. They're going to be here to get rid of people. If you saw Ryan Hurst's Twitter message, it says, we come, we kill, or something like that too. He says something, but basically it's like they're there to get rid of all the characters. The Whispers are there to clean house. So if the Whispers are responsible for killing Jesus, and then we have another Pike situation from the comic, but kind of another lineup, you know. But it's just that we're going to lose people. We could potentially lose 8 more people. Are we going to have the major things from the comic? Do you think it's going to be different? Do you think you're going to have the major deaths since after we lost people on the show that are still alive on the comic? So Slizzle2290, do you think Jesus was fired from the show since a character of his caliber was killed by a no-name Whisper? Well, excuse me, I think the fact that he was killed off shows a couple things. It shows that anyone can die. The writers aren't scared of killing anyone off besides Norman Reedus, Melissa McBride, and Denai Guerrera. And I guess Maggie, they could just have killed her off. They could have killed Maggie if they wanted to. Be like, yeah, you're on the show. Now we want to bring you back because you're important. And I guess Rick, too, because Rick's going to be in the movies. But I think that it was kind of a twofold thing. Tom Payne was not happy with the character of Jesus. He was just as frustrated as we were. He was super frighty. He was super frustrated with his lack of stuff from the comics. And I agree with him. You know, he should have fought Negan. He should have threw grenades back. He should have had bigger moments fighting saviors and doing some big stuff, especially at the end of season 7. And it just wasn't done right. So I don't know, but Grape Tomato Girl, there's also that guard that uncuffed Negan after Father Gabriel. That's true. I don't know his name for the show because he doesn't have a credited name, but his real life name is Jimmy. And he does uncuff Negan, but when Father Gabriel slams the gate shut, or the front gate of the jail cell, he doesn't lock it. And typically you would have to put a key in it and have the lock. It's not just like a door lock on there too. So I think that I'm going with Father Gabriel was the one that did it. You know, kind of back in season 5, same type of thing. But I think that Father Gabriel is going to feel bad for what happened with Negan, and he's going to do something, and I wonder what's going to happen with him. Is he going to get his comic story? Is it going to happen with Rosita? Is Rosita going to get her comic story, you know? But we'll see. So many big things. What's going to happen with the X's? We're supposedly going to find out the back half of season 9 very soon, but from what I'm gathering and what people are telling me, I think that we're going to get some answers hopefully before episode 14, but around episode 14 is what the rumor is that we should get a flashback of the 6-year time jump. Maybe we'll get it periodically through that and it leads up to that, but there's been rumors of the Judith twins, the little girls, they filmed in episode 14. So we should have a flashback of what happened there at Alexandria, if not before that then. We also have to see how it's connected with Michonne swinging her katana and kind of screaming at someone around where the Oceanside girls killed Arat. So, or I should say the Oceanside women. I know people get mad if I call them girls and they're women. I don't know. That's just ridiculous. But ultimately, the Oceanside group killed Arat. So does Michonne see that Arat was killed? Is she just killing the Walker body? Is it something that, because we didn't see, it basically went, Arat was killed, Maggie and Daryl walked away. That was at night. The next morning or 2 days later, I'm guessing that I will have, guys, I'm going to do my Pike picks in a video separate for YouTube. So please stop asking me that. I will do a Pike, I will have a whole video about that over the break. I will have that. But if you think about it, Oceanside kills a rat at night. Then the next day, Maggie and Daryl probably talk about what they're going to do. And that's the whole situation with Rick and Daryl and this and Maggie going to Alexandria. Then maybe a day later it's that. Then Michonne probably comes back to the camp or something. And it's just kind of crazy when I'm thinking that I don't know what's going to happen, the timeline there too, because if Michonne goes back to that spot and she finds Arat's body, she's probably got to put two and two together that Oceanside or somebody was involved with it. I think that Oceanside is definitely a decision that happened with Michonne and something happened there. I just put two together, but something clearly happened over the 6 years, and I think that the decisions that she made revolved around this X on her back and Daryl's back too, which is kind of interesting that Daryl has it and Michonne have it, but Daryl is welcomed into Hilltop with no problem, and Michonne is stopped at the door, basically isn't welcome there too. So thank you, Sheila. Thank you. I love the hat too. I got this last Christmas and I'm rocking it strong on there. I'll be having it for the next Sunday stuff for the Walking Dead live streams every Sunday. So I'm excited for the future of it. We'll see. Hopefully we get some answers. We get some big stuff happening in the back half of season 9. They're going to start filming the movies in 2019, and also this month, and also January, February, and March, you can go on a tour of Alexandria, the Sanctuary, Oceanside, Hilltop, the Heaps, the boat thing, that the water around where the boat was with Aaron and Rick, Negan's lineup area where Abraham and Glenn were killed. You can see all those places, guys. You can go on a tour. And I have it on a video that I just posted on the channel yesterday. And it's awesome to me. It's $65 for adult, $45 for 12 and under, plus taxes and fees. So I don't know if it's like $85 or $80 or something. But hopefully we'll see that the tour. I can't go on it this year, but hopefully next year. And it's awesome for the fact because I've been on other tours. And the tours are awesome. But you can't get on the sets and the stuff of The Walking Dead. You can get on the sets. You can get on the filming sites that are not their sets. You can't get in Alexandria. You can't get a bunch of things there. But it's thewalkingdeadstudiotour.com. It's $65 for adult and $45 plus taxes and fees. And I'm excited for people to go on there too. I want to know that people go there and check it out. Because I heard about it. You can kind of sign up for something through the TW rewards if you win, if you save enough points. And I looked into doing that, and hopefully we'll get it down the road. But I'm excited to go on there too because I like seeing that. I like seeing the stuff the way they do it and where they're at and see behind the scenes. That's why I love going on the Atlanta movie tours. And I recommend the Georgia Tour Company. I haven't been there myself, but that's what the yellow marker is behind next to Peter there, GeorgiaTourCompany.com. They're in Senoia. And if you haven't been to Senoia, I recommend Senoia as well, too. It's Senoia. So people think it's Senoia, but it's Senoia is how they say it there. So very cool. And I love The Walking Dead. I love the idea of being involved with the community and the family and everything on there, too. We're not always going to see eye to eye. We're not going to see that all the things that people are going to agree with or not. But again, it's discussions, theories, fun stuff, maybe stuff that gets you thinking. It gets you thinking about it. Maybe it doesn't come true. Maybe it doesn't be one of those things where it's just theories, and maybe they're totally out of the wall and things, and that's what it's fun of it too. T-Ray, yes, I collect TWD merch. I sell mystery boxes, so I collect a bunch of merch and put a bunch of that stuff in there. I got a bunch of stuff that's brand new that we'll be getting into those mystery boxes for sure. And I love a lot of the stuff on there for The Walking Dead because it's awesome to have a lot of the connecting points there too. I have a Lucille. I'll have to, my man cave is a mess right now. It's very messy. It's a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of bunch of Marvel stuff on there as well. Horror stuff. It's a bunch of things. And it's one of those things that I need to clean up first before I take a video of it. And I'm working on things for, a trailer thing for the Fight For Us stuff. So I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. And, prop weapons and real stuff. And, it's just kind of crazy that it's just kind of all in my man cave. But I would love to do a video for that. For you guys as well, because a lot of people ask about that stuff too. So if anybody's interested in a mystery box, you can check out my Facebook page. Our Facebook page is at TWD Mystery Boxes. They're $38 and they free shipping, and they come. I have to ship it inside of the United States right now. It's just too expensive to ship outside the United States. But if you live in the United States, you can definitely get one that way, and just do stuff through PayPal. PayPal is a nice secure way for it. So Sheila, my man cave is a mess right now, but when it's done and it's completed, I got a lot of cool stuff in there too. Like I have a real Lucille and then a prop Lucille. I have some autograph stuff. I have a bunch of things in there. I got an older TV and a PS3 in there too. I got a bunch of stuff in there, and it's just a mess right now. But hopefully, I get that to show you guys, because to do that, my Fight For Us book series is going strong. We lowered the price of the books for Black Friday, and we're just going to keep the prices there for a long time. Every book that comes out will be knocked down to $10.99. So hopefully, you guys will definitely check out the series. And writing book 9 as we speak. I'm definitely excited for the future of it. I wrote a lot of good stuff so far, but I just have to go through it again, edit, read it, edit some more, and then we'll be good to go. Because that's what I rushed in the past, because people were really excited about it, so I got excited about it, and it's just one of those things where I just wanted to have it out, and then I rushed it, and it wasn't 100%, and people caught that, hated that, and then really tough reviews on it. But ultimately, some people love it. I love it, and I learn from it and edit it on there too, for sure. So, Julia, I talked about doing audiobooks, but I just don't know how to do it just yet. Eventually want to get to all that into it. I want to get, the grand scheme of things, guys, I would love to have is a show, a book series, an audiobook series, a comic book, just stuff that I would love to have all going. It's just tough to have, because I'm also a physical therapist, and that's what the PT channel stands for. I got a bunch of stuff going on. I just wish I could be full-time with the Fight For Us stuff, and that's what I want to do down the road. I just want to have it too. So, well, thank you, Sheila. I'm glad you are excited about the books, and a lot of people are. A lot of people that read them like the story. They kind of hopefully get into it a little bit. You can see the path of it. And if you love zombie stuff, if you love zombie tales, if you love the stories, if you love the movies, if you love the comics, if you love all this stuff, you'll probably like my book series, because that's what I kind of turn everything together. I love video games. I love Resident Evil. I love Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Zombieland, The Walking Dead, obviously, World War Z, all that stuff coming together in my version of a zombie apocalypse tale. I think that's one of those things that can come together. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the book series, the channel, everything there too. We have a lot of good stuff. It's awesome for hopefully the future of it on there. Krista, going to check out the books. Very cool, and I appreciate it. You can check them out on Amazon.com is the best things for sure. So physical therapist, blonde PT, awesome. Physical therapists are awesome. They're much needed, and I think it's a great career, and hopefully you guys are doing it too. So the blank line, I don't know what that says. How much are the books? The books right now are $10.99. I think the first book still says $11.99 on Amazon. I'm not sure why I made all of it. I moved it down to $10.99. I don't know why. It's Amazon. The site is messing up. The publisher. It's just, I moved it all down to $10.99, and some of it, the majority of all the books were there $10.99 except for the first one there too. So thank you, Allie, for checking out the books. You have all the books. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you enjoy it there too. So some big things are happening for that. Next year, 2019, should be a great year. We'll have The Walking Dead Season 9 back half. We have The Walker Stalker Cruise. We'll have Season 10 of The Walking Dead. They'll start filming in April. Then it goes all the way to November filming. We'll have The Walking Dead back for Season 10, hopefully in October. Hopefully we'll get the idea of the movies when that'll be out, probably 2020 on there. And it's a lot of big things. Star Wars, Avengers, Captain Marvel, all these great things coming out next year. Lion King movie looks amazing on there. Angie Wonder 224, yes, already got 3 books and they're awesome. I did pay $10.99. Grace, I'm glad they're all $10.99 for sure on there too. So, yeah, $12 isn't. I just wanted to make it more affordable for everybody because the series is going to go for a long time, guys. Just like the comic series, they're on issue 185 or something like that too, and they're only $4. They were $2.99, now they're $3.99. The comics issues, and they're like 20 some pages. My book series, I have plans for 20 books. I have Settlement that I'm writing now is book 9. So I have book 9 to come out and then 10 through 20. So I got 11 books to come out, which 11 more books after this. So, you might not seem like a lot, $11, $12. It's a lot though. I'm excited for it. Sorry, this Ashton Clay has got to go on there too. So telling me to shut up. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, this guy. It's hilarious when people just do this stuff, when they just act like they can come on here and just say whatever they want on there too. It's just crazy, but that's what the world's come to now too. Everyone can say whatever they want and just get away with it on there. So people are like, just block them out and hate them out. Oh, no. Oh, hold on. There's something's messing up here on there too. But I'm excited for the Bumblebee movie, actually. I'm excited for a bunch of things for everything. Oh, it's messed up on here too. But just trying to get everything under control for next year. And hopefully you guys are excited for it. Holidays are coming up before you know it. And hopefully you guys will be one of those people that let me know what you got for the holidays on there too. I'll probably be getting, gift cards and, money hopefully. But I'm excited for the future of the Walking Dead merchandise. I'm wondering if there's any more toys coming out or, the mystery boxes. And I got a bunch of those that I have that I'm going to be putting in mystery boxes for sure. And I'm excited for the future of the toys and the merchandise. McFarlane does a great job. I think that I'm excited to see what they come out with next. Joseph, Q&A, do you think Eric is in the Whisperer herd? Well, Zombie Eric, I'm guessing that's what you mean. I'm hoping that he is, because we have a theory that is going around about Eric being killed off. Eric being, a zombie face. I don't know why I did that, but a zombie person, and a Whisperer could use his face as a skin. And there we go. I think I got it now. Sorry, I hid the wrong person here, and hopefully they'll be back. So sorry if I did that. I should be okay now. But I'm excited for the Whisperers to come around. I would think that I want to see Eric, the face of, and it's been 6 years, over that. It was a year and a half, so it's been 7.5 years since Eric died, or longer than that probably, but say 7.5 years that Eric died and the Whisperers came around. So it's just kind of crazy to think that that is a possibility, and I hope so too. So Janet, great question. I hope Beta kind of interacts with Daryl, that awesome fight scene. And I wonder if he's going to take his knives. I don't know if that's going to be what it is, but they kind of highlighted Daryl's knives, from the comic that Beta has knives. So that's definitely a possibility for that. So I think it makes sense that happens. He's kind of, if you look at the beta picture, he has the red scarf on, which I don't know if it's Negan's. He's got like a vest on, and he's got a long trench coat. But people are like, that's Jesus's trench coat. Well, that doesn't make sense because he wasn't wearing around them. And also, I don't think it makes sense that Jesus is like less than 6 feet tall. He's like 5'9" at his on a good day. And Beta is supposed to be like 7 feet tall, 6'4" at least, 6'5". That trench coat probably wouldn't fit right versus it would be because it's a long trench coat too. So, Smilebird9 Q&A. Do you think that Michonne time jump in the trailer could be that she killed someone from Oceanside? That's how it looks. Yeah, and that's a big theory of mine too. That it looks like we're in the same location, the same spot. Something went down with Michonne that not everybody got on board with, and she's kind of lucky that she still has Sadiq, Father Gabriel, Rosita, and Aaron and Eugene at her side, and Rosita at her side. But, what did she do? What happened? What happened to Alexandria? Who came and fought them and attacked them? Was it Oceanside? Was it the Saviors? Did the Saviors fall because they attacked Alexandria and certain people, joined Alexandria? Because the only people that I see at Alexandria besides the Alexandrians and Michonne's group are Saviors. There's no other Saviors at any other group. There's none at Hilltop that I saw besides Alden, but he was captured before that. So, but none at Hilltop, none at the Kingdom. And it's just kind of interesting to see what could happen there for it too. So I don't know what the future is going to hold for Aaron after losing Jesus as a friend. I don't know. Hopefully he's going to be a martial arts expert and he's taking over those roles and he gets to fight Beta or something. That'd be pretty cool. I really think he's got to turn that prosthetic hand into a Merle hand where he can have a blade on it. And then Merle took the blade off too when he was just around Woodbury. But I would just want to see that happens. Boyd Tudor, because fear stinks. Well, Fear the Walking Dead actually is filming right now. They started filming on Monday? Yeah, this past Monday, the 26th, and they're filming season 5. They're in Texas, and they're filming. No word if they're going to be coming back to Alexandria at the end of the season. It's just started, so they started filming the first episode, I'm guessing. And I really hope that Fear the Walking Dead improves in a great way. It's got its moments. It's got highs. It's got lows. But overall, it's more lows than highs. And I just finished Sons of Anarchy. It's off of Netflix. It got off yesterday, December 1st it went away, so you could have watched it all the way to November 30th. And I like the idea of having Fear the Walking Dead, but I just wish there was better execution of it. For those who know Sons of Anarchy and they know Fear the Walking Dead, you know that there was a lot of people from Fear. Not a lot of people, I should say, but some big people from Sons of Anarchy, they were on Fear, and some were from The Walking Dead as well, like Proctor John, like Jeremiah Otto, like Madison Clark. And Madison Clark was the star. She was a very minor. It wasn't minor. Yeah, she was a smaller role for sure, we'll say, on Sons of Anarchy. She wasn't a big role by any means, but she was basically the main person of Fear. Dave Erickson was a co-executive producer. I'm not sure if he got bumped up the executive producer of Sons of Anarchy. But now that I watch it, I think that I would want to have Jeremiah Otto have been the main point to run the show. It should have been the Ottos and their ranch. It would have been great. So, yes, look at the flowers. We saw that too. And when we saw that, the whole thing of, towards the end of Sons of Anarchy, we're like, oh man. I'm not sure like when it came out and stuff like that too, but someone definitely looked at the flowers on The Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy too. Is Madison really dead? Yes. Madison is gone. Madison's not coming back. And that's a shame that people have to ask that. That is poor execution of a main character being killed off if you don't know. Like, if we're not sure about it. It's kind of crazy that you have the idea with Madison drawing all the walkers to her, and she sacrificed herself inside the stadium with the flare and the walkers, and it was confirmed on The Talking Dead that Madison Clark was gone. They didn't really do a good job showing it and executing that on the show, but in my opinion, for that too. So, see what you got for questions on here. What would you do if Charlie Hunman joined The Walking Dead? I think that'd be awesome. I think Charlie did a great job as Jax Teller. And for those who don't know, too, like I don't want to give too much away because I want you to watch Sons of Anarchy. I would recommend it on Netflix, but it's off of there, too. It was a good series. I don't think it should have been 7 seasons. I think it should have probably been 6 seasons at the most because a lot of stuff drug on a little too much. But Kurt Sutter did a great job. Kurt Sutter is actually married to Gemma Teller. Kate Saley, I forget her last name, but Katie Seagal is her name. She and Kurt Sutter who played Otto on the show, are married in real life. And Otto is the creator and writer and executive producer on the show. So, pretty interesting facts on there too. Gemma was definitely involved with everything. I love Jimmy Smits. I would love for any of those characters to come to The Walking Dead. Jimmy Smits was a great actor. Charlie Hunman did a great job. We got Ryan Hurst coming on there. Very cool. Who played Opie. And I think that I would kind of like to see Ron Perlman come in. I don't know, just kind of crazy on there too. But yeah, Peggy Bundy in the house. Yeah, Peggy Bundy was there for sure. Brian, do you think Rosita would cheat on Father Gabriel to be with Eugene? Nate, great question. Negan's mayo sandwich. I don't know what they're going to do with the Father Gabriel, Rosita, Eugene, Sadiq kind of situation. If you know the comics, you know what I'm talking about. But I think they're going to do something there with it. Because it's kind of interesting. The only reason I think that Father Gabriel is with Rosita is because Father Gabriel is the new Eugene with the radios, with Jadis, with the communities, with the movies. So if that was supposed to be Eugene, that's Father Gabriel. And who ends up with Eugene in the comics? Rosita, that whole crazy scenario. So I think it makes sense that that's why they did that too. And I really think that Father Gabriel is going to use the radio to connect with Jadis. And that's going to be a bridging point for the movies with Rick, with the community. If he's in Pittsburgh or Ohio or DC or somewhere, on there too. So thank you, Brick C718187. PT Channel rocks. Yes, we do. No, we rock. You guys rock. Everyone in this channel is great except for a couple people stirring the pot here. But hopefully everybody is having a good time and enjoying this on there too. Sorry, what am I answering? Tutor. Q&A, you think the Whisperers had their eyes on Daryl for a long time since they share a similar philosophy. Lydia got under his skin, also leading Hilltop. Makes sense. He was Maggie's lieutenant. I don't know, because the Whisperers are territorial, so I don't know where their territory and their land stops and the Hilltop starts and where it's been and where they go and what it happened over the 6 years. But I definitely think that there's 2 things in episode 907 that somebody was watching the group when Connie is looking out and she sees something. We don't see who's looking at her and looking at Magna's group that's in the transport, but someone clearly is. Also, when you see Carol and you see Daryl getting the rabbit or the squirrel or whatever he actually gets, I think it's a rabbit, and they're talking about Henry going to the Hilltop and Daryl looking out for him. There's a weird camera angle there that someone may be looking at them too. So if you know this channel, you know that the Henry situation, you know the Daryl situation, you know the Carol, Michonne, and Daryl situation that we're going to have with the Whisperers in the back half of season 9. So it makes sense that the Whisperers could be watching them. The Whisperers could definitely have seen them for sure. We'll see Alden and Luke probably run into Alpha. We'll start seeing them out there too. So I don't know what's going to happen for exactly, but I'm excited for the back half of season 9. We'll probably meet Lydia first, then we'll meet Alpha, and then we'll meet Beta. Alpha is going to be hopefully an awesome, terrifying, terrible character, like a good terrible, like Samantha Morton does a good Alpha, rendition of her. And Beta should be great. I think Ryan Hurst is going to do a great job. I have faith in him, and he's come a long way since the football movie, Remember the Titans. But I didn't realize he was such a big guy, being 6'4", and watching him on Sons of Anarchy is just pretty awesome too. But I want to see how it is, and we got to wait 10 weeks, guys. We are 10 weeks away. If you watch it on February 10th, we are 10 weeks away from today, from the return of The Walking Dead. Episode 909 will return. And I think we'll see Lydia. I think we'll see Daryl talking with Lydia. We'll see a lot of connections with the Whispers, get more and more and more. And I hope that it's terrifying and awesome and we get answers, just like everybody else does, you know? And that's good writing, though. Good writing will set the tone and will answer stuff, but also will also set up questions. They will answer questions, ask questions, answer questions, and everything there, too. So, Jordan, love from California. Love California. I've never been out to California, actually. I hope to get out there one day for sure. Tanya, Bride, did you catch the weird vibe when Carol asked about RJ and Grave, and the grave in the preview is so small? Yeah, I don't. Well, the preview, I think grave is just the Carl grave that I'm guessing that you mean that Judith and Michonne are talking about. I think that's what they're looking at, the Carl grave in Alexandria. I don't think RJ is buried there. Maybe he is, but the Carol RJ thing is still a little different. It's not like we saw RJ run and Carol's like, oh, what a cute baby, or what a cute little guy, or he's very cute, or something, Michonne, or anybody who's interacted with him on there too. It's just been Michonne. You know, Carol also has not seen Michonne in a long time. Maybe for 5 years, maybe for 4 years, maybe for something over I don't know how long it's been, but something could have happened over those years too that could happen there too, you know? I just don't know. It's just good writing on there as well. I want to see how it goes down, what it is, and that's just good things there as well. And it's a good theory and discussion when people aren't rude and disrespectful about it too. So I think and hope that Dwight will return at the end of season 9. I would just like to see him be a Whisper. Maybe, what if he's at the sanctuary? What if Negan goes there and Dwight's there? All alone, or he's got a small group. That could definitely happen. Dwight hasn't been in the know for filming. Austin Emilio has not been in Sonoy or around town or seen filming this season. That doesn't mean he hasn't filmed, because if he is connected with the Whispers or the Sanctuary, that's probably filmed at Raleigh Studios or Riverwood Studios or whatever they're calling it now. It's Raleigh Studios, what they used to call it. Maybe they changed the name when AMC bought it. But the studio, not Tyler Perry Studios. That's where they filmed The Kingdom. Raleigh Studios is where they filmed The Sanctuary and Hilltop and a bunch of other things there too. So I think that there's a possibility, and I hope that Dwight comes around, because it's a nice dynamic on the show. He's a character that I want to see what happens to him and Sherry and everything there too as well. Hectorito 4 Q&A, do you think Super Momo will return to The Walking Dead even with the huge time jump? I don't know, because that's so long ago now, right? So if Fear the Walking Dead had the time jump from at the end, if Morgan went away at the end of season 8, and then there was a 1.5 time jump around there, what has he been doing over the 6 years? Because that's a long time. He would have gray hair. He'd be going bald or something in 6 years on that as well. Something would have to happen, I guess. You know, maybe he gets wounded or something. But I don't know if Morgan will ever, or the group will ever go back to Alexandria. I'm not sure if it ever makes there, too. I hope so. I kind of hope, because like Morgan knew Henry. He knew Rick. He knew Jadis. He knew some of these characters better than others for sure. But it's just kind of interesting to be like, wow, that's crazy to think that Morgan doesn't know about Rick. He doesn't know any of this stuff too. So, excuse me. So, yeah, Maxitinos doesn't like the time jump. But the time jump is necessary for them to have an older Judith. That's probably the only reason for the time jump. I think that is one of the reasons that'll help with, you know, the writing of how it goes and everything. But I think the RJ thing, the Judith time jump, the older kids, and some things to play with time a little bit is the main reason for the time jump on there too. Was it necessary? I don't know. But I do like young Judith already. I hope she turns into a great character. I hope young Judith turns into a great character that we can like and love for a long time. I think the actress is doing a great job as young Judith. We only saw her really the one time. We saw her at the end of episode 906 and then 907. Then we didn't see her in 908. But we'll see her in the back half of season 9. And we'll see how it goes down with it. But if they're playing with time, we might have young Judith, older Judith, and then younger Judith again. You know, I don't know what they're going to do. And you got to be careful with playing with time, because I think Fear the Walking Dead did a really crappy job of that in the first half of season 4. it was like then and now and then and now and this and that and this coloring and black and white and this and color. And it's like, all right, we got it, jumping around. What happened with the dam? What happened with Madison? What happened with Proctor John, and what happened with Daniel? What happened with all these people? We didn't get a lot of answers, but they were like, reboot. Let's reboot it up. That's what they love to do. So, Tudor, is that a question or a statement? They confirmed the romance between Magna and Yumiko even before their debut. Yeah, they said that's happened. I think the actress who plays Yumiko said that it's true that it's going to happen on there too. So we'll see what happens with that. And I don't know if it's going to be good for people or not, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I like both characters, and if they want to be together, that's cool. I don't mind all the relationships on the show. I know some people don't like it. Some people don't like the way the show is going with the relationships, but I like it. I think it's okay that Alden and Enid are together, and Magna and Yumiko, and Jerry and Nabila and Carol and Ezekiel and all these people. Like, I'm okay with it. Rosita and Father Gabriel, I don't really care. I think it's kind of cool. I think you would find relationships and people you care about in the zombie apocalypse, and it makes sense that people get together. That's kind of what it is. People are just trying to stay together. You got to rebuild the world, and you got to have that. Janet, Brian, do you think the teenagers at Hilltop will bully Henry like they did in the comics, or is the story over? Just over? I don't know, because I think it makes sense that they do. I think it makes sense that they bully him a little bit, especially with Lydia. I think those three kids is like Gage, Addie, and Jerry or something. I'm blanking on the other guy's name. But Addie and the other kid were the young girl and the boy who saw them hang Gregory. And that's kind of cool. And I like the connections here and there. But those kids were kind of like the Alexandrians. I see them as being just like out of touch with reality, being born and raised in a zombie apocalypse, and just one of those things that they don't know are reality, and they're going to be kind of crazy for it too. Walton Goggins, that's what you want, Boyd? Walton Goggins was kind of crazy on Sons of Anarchy. I don't want to give anything away, but that's props to him that he could do that part for so long and so many episodes for sure. But Walton Goggins was pretty talented, and I kind of love Tig for that. He was kind of crazy. He was turned out to be him and Chibs were kind of some of my favorite characters for sure of the show. And I haven't watched Mayans yet, but hopefully we'll see. I'll check that out down the road, because hopefully we'll get some more and more, Sons of Anarchy connections to that show. Kev Womi, Q&A. Bri, will you still be doing regular videos over the next 10 weeks? I sure hope so. I will have videos for sure. I might not have as many because I'm not going to force videos out and content out, but I will be talking about The Walking Dead, any news that comes up, spoilers, my book series, the holiday stuff, just a bunch of information that comes out. When it comes out, I'm going to have my Pike prediction video. I'll have my top 10 lists for best characters, hated characters, worst characters, just a bunch of the things for that. Over the 10 weeks, I will have a bunch of things for you guys to keep the channel going and growing. And I would like input from you guys too. So hopefully I can answer your questions and be a part of it and make you guys, just be a part of the group and the family as well. Because you definitely are, for sure. So I want to see what happens for the back half of season 9, just like everybody else. And I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what's going to happen there. And then The Walking Dead will be back for season 9, the back half of season 9. Then I'll be on the Walker Stalker cruise. I will have some videos of that for sure. I will have a bunch of videos from the cruise. It's the last Walker Stalker cruise. I'm probably not going to be going to any more conventions this year, but I will be going to that for sure. And just working on my book series and the trailer and the videos and the pilot and all that stuff too going forward. Janet Person, Brian, based on our theory that doctors don't last long, who's next, Enid or Sadiq? Oh, man, that's a great question. I hope neither. I mean, I kind of like Enid. I would want Enid to stay around. Caitlin Aiken is very nice. She's a very sweet girl. But if I had to pick Enid or Sadiq, I would pick Sadiq to stay and Enid to go. Just because I don't know why. I'm just going with Sadiq's kind of a newer character, and Carl saved him for a reason, and I would just want Sadiq to stay around for a long time. And I don't know. I kind of felt like Enid wasn't so nice to see Sadiq, even though Sadiq taught Enid some stuff and worked with him. And when you saw that, it was like, whoa, Enid doesn't like Sadiq and Michonne either. Tara doesn't like Michonne. Carol felt bad for Michonne, but you can see that she still cared for Michonne because they were friends and with Rick and everything too. But what happened over that 6 years? Crazy. Maxitinos I75. You can get my books on Amazon.com. They are Fight for Us. The order goes The Beginning, Reunited, Refuge, Conquered, Agreement, Keeper, Weaponized, and Legacy is the order. So you want to start with The Beginning. Is book 1, Fight for Us. So it's the word fight, the number 4, and then us. That's in Amazon.com on there too. And let's see what you got. Tutor Q&A. You saw that Tom hinted at Jesus flashback in the second half. Also, maybe he could join the Titans. I just lost it on there. But yeah, Tom Payne definitely hinted the fact that we're going to see potentially a flashback show as Deathstroke villain since he got the martial arts background. Yeah, I think that Tom Payne should be seen again at least one more time in the second half of season 9 with the back half flashback for sure. PT Channel Q&A. Did you like the horror vibe in season 9 episode 8? That seems like I thought it was great. I like that. I like the idea that we saw the Whispers being creepy in a graveyard with some smoke and some. I got to talk about it. I talked about it in the other thing, but the way Jesus was killed was awesome. He was a martial arts guy that was killing walkers. He was showing off. He was taking these walkers down with ease. And then when he swings and that walker ducks and stabs in the same motion, you're like, oh, and I knew it was coming. Imagine for the people who didn't. My dad had no idea, and I don't like telling my dad spoilers because I want him to know, go in fresh, clean on there too. And he was like, man, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah. Oh, man, Chad Linton wants a shout-out, please. Chad Linton for sure. Chad Linton, show some love, baby. If I give a shout out, you can give a shout out here too, or some other form of appreciation. Shout out Chad Linton. Hectorito Q&A. Why don't you do some top 10 best worst moments, kills, romances, bromances, zombies, etc. while on the break? That's a great idea, Hector. As always, I would definitely have those top 10s, best worst moments, kills, romances, bromances, zombies, and while on the break, I will definitely have that for you and everybody here. Who is going to be the next Hilltop leader? I think Tara. I think Tara will be the leader. I think Tara will lead a little bit, and then Maggie's going to come back and be like, I got this, Tara. Step back, I can lead this. Because Maggie's going to be back in season 10. I know Angela Kang has talked with Lauren Cohan about coming back in season 10. Maggie should be back. Rick will be in the movies. And I'm excited for the possibility of the future movies and the shows and everything there too. Like I said, season 9 is going to be in 2019. Then we got Captain Marvel, Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones, Avengers, Lion King, Toy Story 4, Star Wars, Season 10 of The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. It's like, man, we got a lot of crazy stuff going on for here. 2019, 2020, we'll have the movies for sure. Got a lot of big things there. I got a bunch of good stuff and ideas coming your way. Hopefully you'll be checking out the book series to, fill the void of the zombie apocalypse going on there too. And I think that'd be pretty awesome for you guys to be a part of it on there going forward. And I think I'm excited for the back half of season 9, just like everybody else. I'm a little worried about the Whispers are going to come in. And so today is December 2nd. We got 10 weeks before The Walking Dead returns on February 10th. Hopefully you guys are checking out. Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. Far From Home is 2019 as well. And I'm probably blanking on some other movies that I'm thinking about. But I think I might see one more movie later this year. It's between Bumblebee or Aquaman, because those movies come out around my birthday. So I'm not sure what I should see, Bumblebee or Aquaman. What do you guys think? What would you see between the two? Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below on there too. So I'm going to go for about another minute or so, and I'm excited to hear you guys be a part of the channel. And then what you guys have to say for going forward. So we'll have videos over the 10 weeks for sure. A lot of good stuff, holiday videos. I'll have a bunch of things there too. So thank you guys for joining me. I truly appreciate you taking the time to interact with me, to be a part of it on there too. I'm excited for the future of The Walking Dead, what we have on the channel, my book series, all that good stuff. So I got an Aquaman vote. Anybody else? Anybody else? Come on, what you guys got? Aquaman or Bumblebee? Bumblebee. Oh man, 1-1. We'll go for another minute or so here. Yeah, Janet, we'll see what happens if Rosita gets the deal from that too. Man, we got 2-2 again. Oh man, we got Bumblebees taking the lead, 3-2. What do we got? Oh man, Bumblebee already said Smile B. You got your vote. Got your vote. So marvelous one. Happy early birthday, December 16th. And then also on Bumblebee from Cameron. So I guess it's Bumblebee. I guess people want me to see Bumblebee. So I might check it. Bumblebee, man. It's second the word. Bumblebee. Also, if you have a Netflix, that Avengers Infinity War will be on Netflix starting Christmas Day, December 25th. So pretty awesome stuff. So there you go, guys. I'm going to cut it for the hour-long stream on there. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking the time. Truly means a lot to me. Fight for us, like the little sticker behind me where Yoda is right there. Fight for us. That's my book series. You can check it out on Amazon.com. 8 books available now. Book 9 will be out this February coming up. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Thanks, guys.